Okay, so we are going to study sulfur as a person. I have created a short video of sulfur, and in that, we have seen that sulfur is a person who seems themselves as a very intelligent one, but in actual, they are not that much of intelligent. So now we will see that. Let's come and meet Mr. Sulfur. Mr. Sulfur is highly intelligent. They are thinking themselves as highly intelligent, philosophical, and loves to talk. They love to talk, explain, and advise everyone. Even when nobody asked. मतलब आप अगर उनसे पूछोगे भी नहीं, वो आ आके आपको एडवाइस करेंगे, कुछ बताएंगे, समझाएंगे, एंड दे विल एक्सप्लेन यू एवरीथिंग, जैसे कि उनको बहुत कुछ आता है. ही बिलीव्स और ही अंडरस्टैंड्स, वो ऐसा मानते हैं या ऐसा बिलीव करते हैं कि वो सबसे बेटर हैं, उनसे ज़्यादा कोई होशियार है ही नहीं, वो जो हैं वो ही बेस्ट हैं. ही कैन टॉक फॉर आवर्स, वो घंटों तक बात कर सकते हैं किस बारे में? अबाउट फिलॉसफी, रिलीजन, मेडिसिन, सोसाइटी, एंड कैसी दुनिया होनी चाहिए, दुनिया कैसी है, ऐसी क्यों है, इन सारी चीज़ों के बारे में दे कैन टॉक फॉर आवर्स. बट हियर इज़ अ ट्विस्ट. यहाँ पर एक ट्विस्ट आता है. वो क्या है कि जो उनके थॉट्स हैं वो बहुत हाई हैं, बट देयर हैबिट्स आर सो पुअर. यानी कि जब वो आपसे आकर मिलेंगे वो बहुत इंटेलिजेंट बन के आपसे बात कर रहे होंगे, बट इन एक्चुअल जब आप उनको बहुत अच्छे से जानने की कोशिश करोगे, उनकी हैबिट्स बहुत ही ख़राब होती हैं. यानी कि वो बहुत गंदगी में रहना पसंद करते हैं. इसका रीज़न ये नहीं है कि उनको अच्छा लगता है, इसका रीज़न ये है उनको वो बॉदर ही नहीं करता. दे जस्ट डोंट केयर कि वो कैसे रह रहे हैं. सो व्हाट आर द माइंड सिम्टम्स? माइंड सिम्टम्स जो होते हैं इनमें बहुत ईगो और सुपीरियॉरिटी कॉम्प्लेक्स है. बहुत ज़्यादा ईगो और सुपीरियॉरिटी कॉम्प्लेक्स है. जैसा कि हमने देखा था कि ये जो लोग होते हैं ये इतने इंटेलिजेंट हैं कि आके आपको अपनी चीज़ें समझाते हैं. इससे हम एक चीज़ समझ सकते हैं कि इनमें सुपीरियॉरिटी कॉम्प्लेक्स बहुत ज़्यादा है. वो अपने आप से ज़्यादा किसी को कुछ समझ ही नहीं रहे हैं. व्हाट इज़ सुपीरियॉरिटी कॉम्प्लेक्स? इसका मतलब you are thinking yourself as the most superior one. No one is above you. Okay, so next is one statement that they will pass every time is I know more than you. I know more than you is the sentence that reflects their ego and their superiority complex. They love theories but hates routine. They are never following the routine. They will not clean anything. They will be very unhygienic. But they love theories that they should be done like this. Okay. Thinks deeply but doesn't implement. सोचते बहुत कुछ है, implement कुछ भी नहीं करना है. ऐसे लोग हमको अपने आसपास बहुत सारे देखने मिल जाएंगे. जब मैं आपको ये ड्रग समझा रही हूँ, यू हैव टू कीप इन माइंड कि आप किसी भी एक पर्सन को उस जगह पर इमेजिन करके देखो. उसके बाद में ऑफन सेल्फ निगलेक्टिंग, यानी कि वो खुद से ही सब कुछ निगलेक्ट कर देंगे. दे बिकम इरिटेबल व्हेन कॉन्ट्राडिक्टेड, लेजी अबाउट डेली डिसिप्लिन, एंड कॉन्फिडेंट, समटाइम्स एरोगेंट. कई बार उनका कॉन्फिडेंस इतना ज़्यादा बढ़ जाता है कि वो एरोगेंट शो होने लग जाते हैं. सो द वन मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट सेंटेंस अबाउट सल्फर्स माइंड इज that sulfur lives more in his mind than in his body. वो अपनी ही दुनिया में खोए रहते हैं without even considering hygiene for their body. Then what is their physical appearance and behavior? Mr. Sulfur looks untidy. आप सबसे पहले कैसे पहचानोगे? They look very untidy, यानी कि साफ सुथरे नहीं दिखेंगे. क्लोथ्स भी उनके बहुत डर्टी हो सकते हैं, मिसमैच्ड हो सकते हैं. Hair is uncombed. They doesn't care much about cleanliness. Not because he is poor. ये सब इसलिए नहीं है कि वो गरीब हैं तो वो अपने साफ कपड़े पहन नहीं सकते हैं. ये सब इसलिए है क्योंकि उनको फ़र्क ही नहीं पड़ता है कि वो दिख कैसे रहे हैं. Now, when we talk about physical generals, the most important sulfur zone is heat. They are very hot patient. Their thermal is considered as hot. They are always feeling hot, burning sensation everywhere. The most important burning sensation in sulfur patient is seen on the soles of feet. The burning sensation is over soles of feet. दे मस्ट अनकवर फीट एट नाइट. वो क्या कोशिश करते हैं कि वो अपने फीट को खुला रखते हैं. कुछ लोग होते हैं पूरा ऊपर तक कवर रखेंगे लेकिन उनके पैर नीचे नीचे खुले रहेंगे. दे कैन बी कंसिडर्ड एज अ सल्फर पेशेंट without any other symptom. We can't consider anyone as any patient because most of the symptoms should be found peculiar in a person. So, what is the most important one? That burning sores of feet. So, they must uncover feet at night. This is a single peculiar symptom. They cannot tolerate heat and wants fresh air. So, we can say this clearly that sulfur is the king of burning. Sulfur is the king of burning. Now, if we talk about appetite and digestion, they have very strong appetite. They are hungry around 11 a.m. Now, this is again a very peculiar symptom. Sulfur feels all gone sensation in the stomach at 11 a.m. They love sweet, spicy food. They love what? Sweets and spicy food. They have weak digestion. Gases and acidity is the important problem of sulfur. Now, if we talk about stool, they have morning diarrhea, urge to go as soon as he wakes up. They have morning diarrhea, they want to go to stool as soon as he wakes up, and weak sphincters. That means what? They are having diarrhea which can even pass away because of the weak sphincters. Okay. Then what is the next one? Sleep. They sleep very late, thinks too much at night, and that's why they are having unrefreshing sleep. They can't sleep at night. Why? Because they are constantly thinking about their complaints, about the world. As I told you, they are the thinkers. They think that they know everything. So that's why they just keep thinking at night and they have very unrefreshing sleep. What are time modalities? This is very important. The complaints gets worse in morning 11 a.m. and due to heat. Their problems are aggravated at 11 a.m. in morning and because of heat, and they feel better in fresh air and in dry warmth. Okay. Now, what are the peculiar symptoms? This is the most important point by which we can recognize the sulfur patient in our clinic. So, what are the peculiar symptoms? They have burning without inflammation. Do you know the signs of inflammation? There is one sign of heat and inflammation, but they are not having inflammation, only and only burning. They are standing thinkers, sitting thinker, lying thinker. They always think. Either they are sitting, they are standing, they are lying. They are just constantly thinking. Philosophical poverty. That's why we are saying them wrecked philosophers, because they have more ideas and less actions. Okay. They have redness of orifices and offensive discharges. Then, one line summary of sulfur could be: sulfur is a hot, intellectual, egoistic person with big ideas, poor discipline, burning complaints, and morning troubles. Big ideas, poor discipline, burning complaints, and morning troubles. This is all about what? Sulfur. Here we finish sulfur. Now we will revise it once from where? From the Allen's keynotes, because when we read from Allen's keynotes, we can understand the complete drug. Now here's the sulfur. The common name of sulfur is what? Brimstone or flowers of sulfur. This is the element. Now, how is the constitution of sulfur? It is adapted to person of a scrofulous diathesis, venous congestion, especially of portal system. Person of nervous temperament, quick motioned, quick tempered, plethoric, skin sensitive होते हैं इनकी बहुत ज़्यादा to atmospheric changes. This could be given to lean, stoop-shouldered person who walk and sit stooping. Walk stooping like old men. What is stooping? Stooping means ऐसे झुके हुए कंधे जिनके रहते हैं. So they are very much suited for stoop-shouldered person. How are the children? They cannot bear to be washed or bathed. Recently I told you in one of the point that the patient of sulfur is very untidy. Why? Because they don't want to get bathed. Even the children cannot bear to be washed. They are emaciated, big bellied, restless, hot. Hot is the most important point. They should be hot because constitution of sulfur is hot. They kick off the clothes at night. Have worms, but the best selected remedy fails. So they are the dirty, filthy people which are prone to skin affections. Okay, tell me, if someone is very untidy, they will have the skin affections, right? Now come on the mental genres. They have happy dreams, wakes up singing. Everything looks very pretty. Even rags seem beautiful. उनको फटे पुराने कपड़े भी बहुत अच्छे लगते हैं. Too lazy to rouse himself, too unhappy to live. जीना ही नहीं चाहते. Movement in abdomen as of a child. What they will feel in abdomen, like a child is moving in their abdomen. Now let's talk about physical genres. They have aversion to being washed, always complaints aggravate after a bath. When carefully selected remedies fail to produce a favorable effect, especially in acute diseases, it frequently serves to rouse the reactive power of the system, clears up the case. Okay, so when carefully selected remedies are failed, then we can choose that. Complaints that are continually relapsing. Menses, leukorrhea, anything that is continually relapsing. पेशेंट को लगेगा कि वो बिल्कुल ठीक हो गया है लेकिन उसी टाइम बीमारी बार 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 आती जाएगी. स्टैंडिंग इज द वर्स्ट पोजीशन फॉर सल्फर. सल्फर कैन नॉट स्टैंड. जब भी वो खड़ा होगा उसको अनकंफर्टेबल फील होगा. दे आर स्क्रॉफ्यूलर, सोरे, क्रोनिक डिसीजेस दैट रिजल्ट फ्रॉम सप्रेस्ड इमोशंस. कंजेशन होगा, बहुत ज़्यादा कंजेशन कहाँ कहाँ है? आईज, नोज, चेस्ट, एब्डोमेन, ओवरीज, एवरीवेयर देयर इज कंजेशन. कंजेशन ऐसा जिसमें कि हमको लगे कि मार्किंग द ऑनसेट ऑफ ट्यूमर्स. नाउ दे हैव सेंसेशन ऑफ बर्निंग एवरीवेयर, ऑन वर्टेक्स, इन आईज एंड फेस, without redness, without any inflammation. There is just burning and heat all over the body. Discharges urine, feces, painful whenever it passes. Very large quantities of colorless urine, and part around anus red and excoriated. All the orifices are very red. For to facilitate absorption of serous or inflammatory exudates in brain, this is given when bryonia or kalium mule or any of the best selected remedy fails. Chronic alcoholism, dropsy, and other ailments of drunkards. This is the best remedy even given for drunkards. Hot flushes during the day. Okay. Now head. What will he feel in head? Headache every week or every 2 weeks, which is very prostrating, weakening, with hot vertex and cold feet. He is feeling constant heat on vertex. Mouth is like bright redness of lips. It will look like the blood would burst throughout. Then in GIT we will see it is weak, empty, gone sensation at 11 a.m. and the complaints are relieved by eating. He cannot wait for lunch. Okay. Diarrhea. He just get out of the bed and he have to go for the diarrhea in the morning. He cannot retain the contents because of weak sphincter muscles. Okay. How is the constipation? Constipation is very dry, burnt stool is passing and the child is afraid to go to stool because of the pain. The pain compels child to desist on first effort. Hemorrhoids भी होते हैं because of constipation. Hemorrhoids are caused due to chronic constipation. Now let's come on female reproductive system. Menses are too early, very profuse, and menorrhagia. Menorrhagia, उसको ऐसा लगेगा that she is not well since her last miscarriage. A single dose at a new moon. Now, if we talk about respiratory system, they will have nightly suffocative attacks. They will want doors and windows open and they are suddenly awake at night. So, they are feeling very unrefreshed after sleep. Okay. cold feet in daytime with burning soles. Okay, and they want to put the feet out of the bed to cool them off. Now, if we talk about extremities, they have cold feet in daytime. This we have talked about. Skin will have boils, skin will have itching, scratching will feel good, and scratching also causes burning, soreness in folds, skin affections treated by medicated soaps and washes. Modalities: he will feel aggravated when standing, at rest, warmth in bed, by washing, by bathing, everything will aggravate his symptoms. Amelioration by dry, warm weather and lying on the right side. Okay, so this is all about sulfur. We have completed all the important symptoms of sulfur. So, the single important point of sulfur that you should remember is what? They are very hot. 11 a.m. all gone sensation in stomach. Okay, and they have skin affections, aversion to bathing, very heat on vertex and feet. These were the most important points, I think. And yes, one more, they are also known as ragged philosopher. And what else is there? They have stooped shoulder, walk like an old man. And one point is that they just love to think, they just sit and think, they sleep and think, they walk and think, everything is related to thinking. Then they have standing aggravation. Standing aggravation. So these were the most important points of what? Sulfur. So let's meet in the next remedy. I hope you all have understood sulfur. If you find any of the doubts, then you can comment me. If you like it, you can just like and subscribe this channel. We are here learning together with Materia Medica. Even I will also cover some of the other subjects like organon and allied subjects also, like surgery, gyneops, anaphysio. All of this we are going to study together. Let's meet in the next video.